I made some really spicy ramen.
For sure. Yeah, I just woke up from a nap. Um, so I don't know how coherent I am.
That's perfect.
That's perfect. Okay. Long
What are
time
you
no speak. How
what are
how
you
was
doing?
your business? What's up? What am I doing?
What what are your business opportunities looking like right now?
Well, I mean, right now, business as in, can you define business, or am I supposed to interpret that word in this
What's your
context?
career?
Oh,
No, no.
yeah. Huh?
Yeah, you interpret it yourself actually.
So right now I currently work at a pediatric dental office. It's like super adorable, um, maintains my life. Like it's good. It's good overall, okay. I am quite busy though, because sometimes I'll work like 6 days a week. But it's a really cool office, and even though it's corporate, it doesn't feel like I'm dying all the time. So that's good. And then I mean, I'm halfway through a business plan. For the future, like my at-home daycare thing, right? And that's just like on the side right now. I'm just making a policy handbook for fun, so that's good. Um, that's what I think about when you first mentioned business. Those were the first two things.
Tell us about this policy handbook.
Um, I mean, it has like I've covered the rates, but like right now it's kind of like a sliding scale because it's going to be contingent on where I live, and the rate could like change on where I'm at. Same with like the age range of kids that I accept into my at-home daycare, and also whether or not I'll be in the state and get certified through here or another one. Because if I go through the state and get certified, then like I get compensated for the goods and stuff that I provide for the kids, whatever that looks like. Curriculum isn't part of the policy handbook. This is more like drop off information, like rules, lay of the land, what it looks like, what the childcare looks like. I can make it as complex as I want to or as simple. So right now it's very simple, just because I don't know how many kids I fully want to be in charge of, depending where I'm at. So it's like the skeleton is there, and it's like filled in where it needs to be filled in for now.
That's really cool.
Yeah. So I know I spoke about it in passing with Carolina. I don't know if I've mentioned it to you as much,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's for when I get pregnant, when I have a kid, I can have my at-home daycare.
That's really
Yeah.
smart.
And there's a lot of women on TikTok who do it, and they have like a very like they don't even have a policy handbook, to be honest. I just thought it would be a good idea to make one. They some ladies they charge like 30 for the day.
Wow.
So and that's pretty, yes, and they take like a couple kids in, and they say it's chill, so yeah.
What else are you doing to prepare for the future?
I guess I'm studying. Like right now, like kitty corner from me is, and actually directly in front of me are like my anatomy and physiology notes and stuff. It takes forever knocking out prereqs when you work full time and do online school. One class at a time.
Well, at least you're not pursuing statistics at ASU.
Yeah. Math is cute though. Well, it's very intense. It's not cute as in like, oh, she's easy. It's like it's fun to read on my spare time, I guess is what I'm saying. Maybe not to pursue academically and
That's
higher
good.
at higher levels. But I'm glad that I like it. Not a lot of people like pure mathematics or statistics, in fact.
It's probably easy finding a husband.
Hmm?
It will probably be easy finding a husband.
I thought I found the one the other day, and I'm in a committed relationship with someone. So like the guys are coming, and this guy he better be the last one. So I don't know if you're gonna do what to Peruse's video, what you did to mine, but hey, if you listening, you better be the last one because I'm tired. hear that, Niggy? Oh, you say hi to Pepper.
Oh
Oh my God.
wow.
Say hi,
Let's look at him.
Papa. Hello. Okay. So yeah. How's Tuba?
It's good.
Let's start calling it the second dirty tea. Because the first dirty tea is Tucson.
That's correct.
First the worst, second the best, right?
It's very different from Tucson, I think.
Very, very different.
Yeah, there's nobody here for one.
Oh. How's that like? You guys went like straight from the city then to like rural area. How's that like?
Yeah. You can see the stars.
That's amazing. You know, someone once asked me, this like super hardcore country dude, he's all like, the city or like the rural area? Like, and I'm like, man, I don't know. I'm from the suburbs, my guy. Like, it was hard to answer that question because I like them both for different reasons.
I think both are better than the suburbs.
You're right. The suburbs is like that. It's like lukewarm, but not in a good
Yeah.
way. I don't know if there's a situation where lukewarm's good. Either be warm or be cold. Either be the right temperature for an ice bath, or you gotta like be the right tea temperature, but not scorching either.
What do you think about the advice given in the Peruse interview that if you're a girl, you should make your interests known?
Oh, I thought it was smart. That's why, like, no, I've done that as a woman. I'm like, I'm very friendly and I'm extra friendly to the men who I'm like, yo, nigga, like, I'm trying to
Yeah.
show you something here. Like, can you reciprocate? And if they don't, well, that's on you. I did all I could. The ball is in your court. It's a game, right? The ball is constantly going in your court and you ain't hitting back. Well, I'm going to leave. It's going to go to somebody else's court.
Yeah, very judicious.
Hmm. But also, as a woman, you can't be like also guiding everything because in the relationships where I've have been only handling the ball, and I'm like, okay, you know, he's not hitting it back. You're kind of just doing everything yourself. So I don't know. There's more advice for women than I can't say that. I feel like as a woman, the advice for men's very different, and I feel like there's more. There might be more to say. It might be a lot more simpler for women. I don't know, or for
Yeah,
men.
maybe guys have to make the first move.
Well, they have to make the first serious move. Like, I can't be the first one asking a date. I can hint for a date, but I can't be the one asking.
Yeah. You can hunt for a date.
Hmm?
Yeah, guys have to make it official.
Exactly, exactly. If the woman's making it official, it's like, eh, it's kind of icky, in my experience.
Well, it sounds like it's a relationship with only one person, and the only person in it is the woman.
And that's kind of how it is. That's how it was, I should say, when I've been there. Yeah, my current person, they made it official, and I'm like, mm-hmm. And it's on the rock too. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just been crazy. I've been battling bronchitis for 11 weeks, except I got sleep this week. And so I feel like sleep cured my bronchitis, as weird as that sounds.
Why are you always sick?
Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm not in alignment. And that's fine. Or maybe God wants a thorn in my flesh, you know, because I never used to get sick, like for real. Like I threw up this year twice due to a stomach bug, and same thing last year. I've never thrown up 2 years in a row, even due to like food poisoning. Like I went like a whole like 2 decades like with like only vomiting like once every 3 years at most. And like so I'm not sure. Maybe it's the lack of food. I don't know.
Oh,
Because like recently I think bronchitis, like my acidity has like increased due to not as much oxygen being present. I've been sleeping more. People with like chronic bronchitis, they lose a bit of weight. I was down to 135 and now I'm up 145, so I'm trying to gain weight back. Um, I'm gonna try running again. I tried working out during the course of bronchitis and I could work out and stuff, I could do all that stuff, but like not efficiently. And if I did, it took so much energy. Um, I don't know. And all the sicknesses I've had, they're not like chronic and with me for life. Like I don't have a thyroid problem anymore. You know what I mean? GERD. Like I can eat kind of whatever the fuck I want in whatever order. Like I don't have to follow strict dietary rules unless,
don't you want to
you
be a
know.
nurse
Mhm.
or something?
Yeah, I'm looking at nursing school and hygiene school just because the prereqs are the same. But
Sounds like you have a lot of personal experience with illnesses.
yeah, I am deeply empathize with people who have had like what I've had, but like 10x.
Yeah, it sounds like these illnesses are useful to you.
They are. And so I'm grateful for that. It's like God was like, here's a thorn, JK LOL. And I was like, nigga. But well, I learned something. So thanks, my guy. Thank you, Lord.
Do you really think it
Yeah.
might be the food though? Like that you started eating differently or something?
Um, for bronchitis, I think it was the calorie deficit, like the major calorie deficit that contributed to a more acidic environment in my body, on top of bronchitis, which already created an acidic environment with like little to no sleep. Um, that was just not a good combination. As for everything else, I can't really say it's dietary. Like a change in my diet has only made it better for me after I'm sick, because when I had staph and I went on some antibiotics, like I went to the carnivore diet and I was like, man, why did I go on the carnivore diet sooner? And
Yeah.
like, so yeah. Yeah, different different foods for different measures, um different types of consumption for other times in life. I'm not really mad about it. Yeah. Have you guys been getting like, you guys have been healthy and good, you and Caro?
Yeah, I haven't gotten sick.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. I don't know. Could just be kids too. They're like little petri dishes, you know what I
All
mean?
right.
And like I'm with kids all the time and I serve at church. Right now I'm taking a break from serving because your girl's a little tired. I'm churched out. I'm churched out, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm taking a break. I don't have to be at church 52 weeks out of 52 weeks, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna leave Impact um in the new year and stuff, but
Yeah.
um yeah, just I can't make I can't, there's no such thing as a perfect church, and I really like Impact a lot. Like it's been a lighthouse for me. It's
Yeah.
done everything that I've needed to like foster a relationship with Jesus, um, and get to know him better, and even just like love him better. Because like that's, I feel like I
Yeah.
have all the love in the world for God, and like being like spiritually pre-Jewish. You know what I mean? Like like loving God, but like not, but negating Jesus, like, and then coming to realize, oh, well, I don't want to perish, but like I don't want my relationship to be only in non-perish mode. I want it to be in let's be in like love mode, you know what I mean? Like, because it's good and it's the right thing to follow Jesus if you don't want to perish, but it's better if you follow Christ because you want to like love him, you know? So
Yeah. 1 second.
yeah, I hope his ramen isn't hurting him, y'all.
It's a really interesting being God.
Yeah. I imagine it's interesting all the time, every day, every second.
Um, you have to like punish evil.
Yeah, it's true.
Um, yeah, he makes it work out though.
For the people who are willing, yeah, after being cornered, because God can only corner you so much.
Until you have to accept, you're saying?
Yeah, I got fortunate. God said, choose Jesus or perish. And I was like, yeah, that sounds like the final warning. Because, like, imagine choosing anything else to come closer to Christ or come closer to God except Christ. That's
Um,
why I've practiced everything I've practiced to get closer to God. And then I was like, oh, I guess I'm kind of a hypocrite if I'll do anything but come through the only way, which is Jesus.
you're a good person.
Thank you.
You're trying to love God.
Is there a church you guys go to out there since it's like so small? Is there like a local church?
There's like Tubac Community Church. I was thinking of going there this week, actually. Um,
Oh, you should go. There's probably a lot of cute old people and maybe some youngsters like yourself.
there are some young people here. Some. Where are you gonna level up to after Impact?
Um, Probably Mormon church and minister there. Because last time I ministered, I didn't realize how much I help. I aided in missionary work, like directly or indirectly, or what I was like the things I witnessed or participated in, you know. Um, and the few times I was able to teach, I was like, huh, that was a good combination and good ratio of things for me to learn, to observe, and like be active in. And I don't get that as much as at my current church. Um, but everyone,
Yeah.
even though everyone's kind, and I'm like, hey, man, it sucks that it's such a big church, and it's fine. My final straw here is kind of with the young adult group. So I just I was very blunt, and I went to someone up yesterday, Armin, and I was like, hey, I have like something kind of serious because I've made a list of all the dreams I've had about Impact Church this year, and there are a total of technically 12, like 12 dreams, 12 and a half, because one was like a continued dream. But anyway,
Yeah.
I have a total of 12 and a half dreams about this place that I totally don't feel as connected as I want to be or should be or have been after trying to.
Yeah.
and 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 I'm gonna bring up these dreams and say, hey, because I spoke about these with people. I'm like, oh, maybe like the person who I'll talk to, my friend, my peer, who I feel comfortable talking about Jesus with, will be like, Oh my gosh, I felt like the spirit when you said this. Maybe that's what this means, or that's what that means. And you interpreted one of my dreams earlier this year, Armin,
Hmm.
1 out of the 12, which was great. But um, yeah, every single time I went to someone else in my church, they were like, "Oh, that's really deep and meaningful, very spiritual." Yeah, like, but like they had no like input, and I was like, "Man, why am I telling people who are supposed to who love Jesus so much? Why, like, I don't know. I just expect more conversation to happen, and I feel weird that I can't talk to someone in specific to help me interpret um these dreams.
So like the Mormon Church is dying, right?
Yeah, maybe they need revival.
I think they're either gonna start to follow people like you, or they're just gonna become jaded. So it's
In
your
the
time,
beginning,
Julia.
hmm, me and other people. I remember Johnny,
I think so.
the ex from last year the dude that I dated before went on a Mormon mission to
Yes,
Idaho.
I
Okay, yeah,
remember him.
okay, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I bring up a lot of people, so I didn't want to hold it against you in case you forgot. You
He
know,
became a Jack Mormon.
no. So he's still on his mission, but he's got a really interesting past. He was like Baptist at some point, and then he went to another denomination, and then he was like Mormonism's it, and that never happens. That like he's like the only person that it never happens like that. It's not, Christians don't usually become Mormon. It's usually the other way around. Mormons go to
Yeah.
something else with Christianity, and so that was really weird. But anyway, he told me before he left on his mission, he was like, "Julia, we need the Mormon Church. I feel kind of needs you right now. Like we need people like you." And I'm like, "I don't know. Go find your own." Like, like it feels good to be needed, but it's also like I don't know. There's places you want to be, then there's places you're supposed to be, and I wonder if like not being at Mormon church was like a form of misalignment. So I just have a lot of things to solve, including 12 uninterpreted dreams. uh, yeah.
Um, yeah.
I was
I
told
have a bit.
that,
What's
huh?
up?
I was told a lot of people seep through the cracks in in big Protestant churches, that is. And I'm like, man, I wish it wasn't like that. And I've heard that from more than one person.
Um, Sometimes it's good to not be noticed.
And that was my intention at Impact, though. I was like, ain't nobody gonna see me here. It's a big, dark church. Ain't nobody can see me if I'm on my knees. It's black and there's a bunch of lights focused on a stage. Ain't nobody can see me.
Yeah, keep talking. There's something I'm looking for. Um,
Okay. Yeah, that was my initial um I kind of felt like like a lone wolf, but like a genuine, you know. And it wasn't until the past year where I was like, "Hey, let's be social." Now I've tried being social, and I'm like, "Oh, this is what it is here. Um, this is what it is here." You want to know about the dream I had, my most recent dream?
I mean, you clearly want to tell me.
While you're looking for something, it's something I can talk
Um,
about clearly and get to the point until you
so you
find
can,
what you're looking for.
this way you can what?
So you can find what you're looking for.
Um, so there's this guy who basically said it was like in the 1200s, and he said, if the church doesn't reform, uh, God is going to give up on it. I don't remember what he said, but something. He basically said Yeah, this isn't gonna last forever. And it's interesting because 200 years later, uh, people started leaving the Catholic Church.
Something about
Yeah.
Catholicism, my man. Like I love, like I look at Catholic churches and I'm like, I want to be part of that, but I don't feel like there's grace for me to be there
Yeah, I mean, you
because
really have like no like yeah, there's like no reason.
no, but even like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, like when I got saved, like 3 years ago, I should say, a little over that. I was when I was church hunting, like like I tried stepping into a Catholic church and God was all like, see, this is what it is. And I was like, yeah, I don't think you want me here. Um, and it's weird because on my TikTok, which is dedicated to like Mormon and Christian stuff, like every other three videos, like a different Catholic person will be like, "Hey, have you considered Catholicism?" And I'm like, "Oh, oh man,
It's pretty funny.
yeah." It's just it is kind of funny. It's like a random, kind of like a random glitch.
Uh,
Yeah. Have you ever dated anyone Catholic?
yeah, I have.
What was that like?
Uh, we went to a church and they had the thing where they have like these like cushions so that you can be on your knees. Um, yeah,
That's all you
that was
remember.
only part of it.
That's fun. That's funny. I stepped into one and I feel like it was a bunch of old people who like were singing hymns, but like hymns
Yeah,
that weren't in the Mormon book in the Mormon hymn book. And the Mormon hymn book has like a lot of Christian hymns, like the Battle of the Hymn Republic and stuff, or like
yeah,
but I couldn't identify any of the hymns they were singing. I'm like, this is kind of weird.
yeah. I wonder if there's like Protestant and Catholic hymns that they sing together. There's some like musicians that like will play in Catholic churches. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up on looking for this thing.
All right. Do we need we've been on here for what? 20 minutes now? Do
Yeah,
you
I
want
think so.
them? Perusa's thing was like only like about 20 minutes or so. Is that like your
Yeah.
cutoff time that you want to
No, but we can call it a day and you can tell me about your dream.
at a later time or right now?
Like right after I stop recording.
Okay.